Alright, we're going to try this a little bit different this time. We're not going live. I just don't think I have the internet bandwidth for it. See if I can get CenturyLink to upgrade my internet. Alright, so I'm going to start from scratch here and kind of give you a tour of one of my projects. This happens to be Cinderella's castle in, well, this particular one is Walt Disney World, and I think the Tokyo Disneyland one is just a little bit different, and I think it's really hard to pick out the differences. You really have to look for it. So I'm going to turn shadows on here, make this a little more interesting. What I really wanted to do on this first recording was just kind of give an idea of how I work and what I'm working on and what it looks like inside of a 3D program. This program is SketchUp and probably more familiar to a lot of people than most other programs. And I'll do one of these where I work inside of 3D Studio Max as well. Might even do some shots inside Photoshop and Illustrator when I'm doing some tracings of the blueprints. Anyway, it just kind of is a mess right here, and that's okay. It's okay that it's messy. That's just the way I work, and it might be the way you work if you ever get into something like this. But I really enjoy working on these architectural models, and most of them work this way. I just kind of build piece by piece. I bring in reference materials, like this front elevation that I scanned out of one of the Imagineering books. And then no idea where I got this floor plan. I might have gotten it from InFilm on Flickr. So there's pieces all over the place. Some pieces got pulled in, like this portcullis got pulled in from the Disneyland Sleeping Beauty Castle model. Some of these pieces of blueprint over here that a little crooked, a little stretched, a little wonky, a little fuzzy, still end up helping me produce something halfway decent. This particular one over here has helped me with that entry arch. I mean, that's maybe a little fuzzy, but it's just enough to be able to produce something that looks detailed and accurate. So you can see here that we have one of these pointed arches here, and I thought the detail turned out pretty nice. And then you have, I think this is a half circle arch version. So, but I bring these in and dump them and then draw on top of them, and as an example, working on, what tower is this? This is, don't know what tower, oh, there we go. No, this is Rampart Tower number 8. So I'll just drop these in and kind of, these ones are clear enough that I can actually get the measurements off of them, which is fantastic. But this particular one doesn't actually have measurement for this detail, but I can pull in something larger and kind of reference that. So I have little tiny pieces all over the place, and the coloring right now is still kind of in progress. The coloring looks different with shadows and without shadows, especially on the roofing. The roofing looks has a different blue color here, and I have a photo in here. Totally different here. So still tweaking each of these colors, just to come up with something that allows the elements to stand out. And again, they look very different on a cloudy day and in different lighting. It's very interesting. I mean, of course, this photo was treated and probably tweaked in Photoshop, and so that's why the stone really pops compared to, let's see, maybe something like, the stone doesn't pop as much in some of these photos. It's more washed out. So, and look how dark the roofs look here. So it really is all about the details, and I use a lot of reference material and just go piece by piece and step by step, and don't work in any particular order. But other projects are a little more organized, some maybe a little less organized, but I really enjoy working on this. I'll show you a couple of renders and what those turn out like, because I don't always render directly out of the program. So sometimes I combine direct renders out of SketchUp with a rendering engine, a third-party rendering engine, and you'll see these come straight out of SketchUp. They have a certain look to them, and they have black edges. And then you'll see I've combined this SketchUp export with a third-party rendering engine export, and I've left just slight black edges, so it gives it just kind of a little bit more of a smoother look to it. See how soft that looks? The black edges add just a little bit. So you can see the difference on the left and the difference on the right, and what they look like. So anyway, if this first video sounds good and looks good with this new software, after I upload it, then I will continue to do these and try to make them as exciting as possible and show you the progress as the towers rise on Cinderella's castle. And I really, once I get a decent way through this, possibly finished, I really want to jump on Hong Kong, because there's just a lot of buzz around Hong Kong right now. D23, they showed off the castle model, and there's a lot of construction progress photos up online right now that I'd like to use. So here we are with Cinderella's castle as a first test for kind of sharing what the process is to 3D model something, and this could end up getting 3D printed. Let me know in the comments if that's something that interests you. A lot of people have asked about that, so I could break this down into as many pieces as needed and have this whatever scale is needed, and the detail will all be there if it's printed, with like an SLA printer. So anyway, thanks for watching. I love feedback. Let me know what you think. This is all a big test to see if anyone's interested. I've had a lot of people ask about the process of this, so thanks for coming along the journey with me, and we'll see you in the next video.